is Chef Colin Roche, and welcome to today's shrimp recipe. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make sriracha shrimp over garlic noodles. Now, I know you have the recipe, it's posted, but this one makes 2 servings. But feel free to double it, triple it, whatever you need to accommodate your guests or the number of servings that you would like to have. Again, this one just makes 2 because it's like an appetizer portion. So we're going to start out with mayonnaise and, of course, sriracha. This is going to be what makes it hot and spicy. Now, in the recipe, I put 1 tablespoon for this many shrimp. But if you like it hot, add more. If you like it a little less spicy, a little less. You know, you make adjustments. And that's the great thing about recipes. They're easy to change. Okay, so we're going to start out in this recipe with 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then we're going to add in our sriracha. I put a tablespoon. I'm just going to take a guess here, maybe a little extra spicy. And now we're going to add in main ingredient. These are large, cleaned shrimp. Okay, and I put on here, you know, for 2 people, you know, maybe 8 to 10, depending on how many shrimp you want to serve. I'm guessing 4 is a good portion, but you know, you could give 5 or more. So I have these shrimp. We're going to add those right in there. Again, these are already been cleaned and deveined, so that's great. And now we're just going to stir them up. Stir them. Get all that mayonnaise, which is going to provide the fat, because it's really made with mostly oil. And all that oil is going to what's going to sear and give that nice sriracha crust on the outside of these shrimp. Okay, they're pretty well incorporated. Now, you could use other size shrimp if you wanted to. You know, but I like the large ones. They give a better plate, you know, appearance. They have plate coverage on here. So I've got them all mixed up, as you can see. So now I've got a pan over here that's been on medium-high heat. You don't want it to be a Teflon non-stick. We want it to be like a metal pan because we want to get a good crust on here. And I can feel this is nice and hot. So let's put those on. Oh, you can hear it. You can see the sizzle coming out of them. Oh yeah, this is great. It's going to get kind of smoky in here. Let's get a close-up. Let me turn them. Doesn't take very long, a minute on each side. Okay, and then have a plate handy to put those on as soon as they're done. This would be great on a grill too. I think outside grill, get some nice marks on there and really adhere to it. Okay, so I'm going to take those off, put them on a plate. We're going to hold those off to the side. You can see the nice color on them. See that? Okay, so we'll put those off to the side. Now what we want to do is we're going to want to take a paper towel, pour off that excess grease, and wipe off that fat. Okay, so I'm just going to take my paper towel here and see I'm wiping it all up best we can. It's okay if there's a little residue in there. That's called fond, and that's going to be good. We're going to deglaze our pan with it. But you can see all that yick. We want to get all that off because it'll just make a really greasy pasta. All right, now we can put that back on the heat. Medium-high is fine. And now we're going to move on to the next part of the recipe, which is to make our garlic noodles. All right, so the pan is back up. It's come back up the temperature here. So it's come back up the temperature here. You can see it's nice and clean inside there. As you see in your recipe, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Swirl that around. It's already hot in the pan, so it's not going to take very long. So now I'm going to take garlic, all right? Tablespoon of minced garlic. You can see that right away. This is what's going to flavor our oil, okay, and make it that garlic noodle. Now, it's not going to take long. It's going to be very quick. Don't want to get it brown. All right, add your herbs in. We have dried basil or fresh, and dried oregano or fresh. This one I'm using dried. If you have fresh, that would be great. That's so fragrant right now. You know what it reminds me of is that dipping oil sometimes you get in an Italian restaurant for bread. All right, as soon as we have that in there, we're going to be adding in our pre-cooked pasta. I have some lo mein here. Okay, it's pre-cooked or leftover is great. You have pasta left over, save it and use it for a dish like this or a cold noodle salad. So you could use any pasta, penny pasta, spaghetti, angel hair, whatever you might have. Whoops, dropped one. Okay, stir that all around. Okay, once it gets coated with that oil and the herbs, we're going to deglaze with a little bit of water. So like a quarter of a cup or so. Okay, that's just going to hit that hot pan, slow down the cooking, and mix with those herbs and the garlic to make the basis for our noodle sauce. All right, so put that back on the heat. Right, keep it up to the temperature, and now it's rehydrated that pre-cooked pasta. We don't have to cook the pasta, it's already been cooked. We're just trying to add some heat back into it. So it's going to happen very quick, because remember our pan was already hot. So now once it's hot, we're going to take our diced tomatoes, okay, and we're going to add those in. Kind of stir them in a little bit. That's going to give some flavor, some color, okay, some more nutrients to our dish. Put that off to the side. You can hear it sizzling away here. Okay, give it a stir again. All right, that looks great. Now, we're pretty much at the end here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add some more color by using some fresh herbs. In the recipe, I'm going to put parsley, okay, chopped parsley, but chopped basil would be great, oregano, cilantro if you like, think of whatever you have on hand, but it's really to provide some color and a little bit of flavor too. So we're going to sprinkle that on our pasta. You want to do this at the very end because we don't want to lose that bright green color of our fresh herb. All right, stir that in. Doesn't that look great? Red and green and the color of the pasta. But wait till we put the piece de resistance in there, our shrimp. All right, so now we know we're going to have to add some seasonings to it. So I have fresh cracked black pepper here. Put in as much as you'd like. Okay. Again, if you don't have fresh cracked, you could just use, pre-ground pepper. I like a lot of that. And then I have my little salt cave here. So we're going to add some salt in here as well. Sprinkle that in. And then give it all a stir. Ooh, I think that's done. Now you can taste it here to make sure your seasoning is correct. Okay, we can turn off our heat. Now bring in a plate here. Okay, I got a plate for service. Okay, so now I'm going to plate it. I'm going to try to give it a twist and put it right in the center. I'm going to get a lot of those tomatoes in there for the color. I put it right in the center of the plate and then give it kind of a twist so it kind of falls in a little pile. I'm going to put some more tomatoes around it. Give it more color, let them cascade off the mountain here, fall to the side. Awesome, move them around, even them out. Very good. And now we got to add our shrimp, right? So we've got our shrimp here, nice and seared. They're going to be kind of spicy. Put those around. I'm going to give them 3 on this one. Okay, and then we put it like that. That's awesome. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to put optional. You could put some freshly grated Parmesan cheese or the jarred stuff if you have it, just to add it in at the last minute. Oh, doesn't that look great? Maybe a little sprig of something here. A little piece of parsley right in the middle, and there's your dish. Doesn't that look wonderful? But always proof is in the pudding. I'm going to give a little taste here. That pasta is so good. And I'm going to get a piece of that shrimp in there as well. Nice and hot. Ooh, spicy. Wonderful. Give this a try at home. Be on your table, less than 30 minutes. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.